Hallo Leute und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Sakura Beach. Ich bin Devrim 4K und wir machen weiter mit der Story. Momoko arrives home just at sunset. Hello Seiji. There's something we need to do. Where's Ayumi? She's resting in your room. Oh, did you two do something while I was gone? I should have known, Seiji. You really are such a shameless beast. So full of life and vigor. Nothing like that happened, okay? You're still saying things like that after that passionate moment we shared together. I know you, Seiji. Anscheinend nicht wirklich. Also, her eyes slowly go down, down, down. I know you very well. Will you please stop? The door to their room comes crashing down. It looks like Ayumi's legs aren't bothering her anymore. Hello, Ayumi. Did you sleep well? Well, tell me every detail. What did you two do together? Have you learned nothing from your punishment, Momoko? What punishment? I spent the day lazing around at the beach and eating ice cream. It was the best. I should have known she wouldn't do that. After all, there's no one there to force her to do it. Momoko. First you don't actually suffer your punishment, and then you talk about foul things you did with him. What about you? I heard a lot of embarrassed cries when you were in the hotel lobby. You were there? The old couple thought you were both so cute. It made my heart flutter a little bit to see you so happy, Ayumi. To think you shared such a prescient moment with Seiji. Quiet, you villain! I will not tolerate any more talk like this. Ah, you're no fun. I just shake my head at the two. Anyway, Seiji, let's pick up where we left off yesterday. Show me more of your secret moves. Will you please stop telling lies like... A pillow projectile launches from Ayumi, striking me in the back of the head. As a loud crunching sound echoes through the apartment, I can see stars spinning in front of my eyes. Ist das möglich mit dem Kissen? Ugh, my head. Wait, what am I doing at the beach? Good morning, sleepyhead. You slept way too late, stupid. What happened? You were out cold for the rest of the day. We wanted to go to the beach this morning, but didn't want to leave you behind. They seriously dragged me all the way here? Now that they mention that, I do feel like my face has been scraping across the ground lately. Oh, did we forget the volleyball? It was your job to pack that, Momoko. Oh, it was? I don't remember that. How very convenient. Momoko always seems to have very selective memory. She can recall some moment that happened 10 years ago when we were wandering through the woods, yet she always seems to forget the smaller things. Ui. Oh, well, we don't need a volleyball to have fun. I know heaps of other things we can do. She sneaks up behind Ayumi and embraces her in some kind of hug. A weird kind of hug. What is it? Momoko's eyes are fixed on her chest. You know, Ayumi, I think your bust grows bigger every day. Want me to check for you? I only see a mild reaction from Ayumi. Stranger Momoko usually teases her. Ayumi reacts angrily. So that silence is a yes? Then let's... Ayumi slaps her hands away. Eh! No. Stop that. It's not in Ayumi's nature to be calm. Momoko is getting a little too close for my liking there. Ayumi doesn't seem to get uncomfortable though. I refuse to give you the satisfaction. Ayumi, stop playing like that. Have fun instead of being uptight. You're just hoping to get a reaction out of me. If I do not react, then you will not get what you desire. What makes you think I'm doing this just to upset you? An important part of fruit farming is ensuring that your fruit is in optimal condition. I just want to know how my friends' melons are ripening. Momoko nods thoughtfully to herself. Did she really just use a metaphor like that? I mean, isn't that a little bit too on the nose? If you're so concerned about that, perhaps you should take a closer look at your own apples. Apples? Are you implying something, Ayumi? Nothing at all. Ayumi's cold and precise this time. It's kind of scary to watch. Is this really the Ayumi I know? She's usually really shy. Ayumi, are you talking about that? Yes. You know that the week is nearly over. Yes. Momoko looks back at me. Oh, sorry, Seiji, I forgot you were there. Were you standing there this whole time, staring at us? Enough, Momoko, I banish you! Ayumi breaks free of her grip and wanders off to another section of the beach. After the last incident, I can just tell that Momoko is plotting to escalate things. Why else would she drag me away from the beach? If there's one thing she can't hide, it's when someone gets on her nerves. I'm worried that she's going to recruit me for a plan, whatever this may be. It's always the first thing she does when Ayumi scores a tactical victory over her. Now that I think about it, isn't that her approaching me now? So Seiji, would you like to help me with something? It's something very secret and special, so I'm afraid we can't. I refuse. It's not often that she hears me say no. Seiji, you haven't let me finish asking what I want you to do. That's not fair. If this is some half-baked revenge plot, I don't want anything to do with it. How do you know if that's what I was going to ask you about? You shouldn't be so presumptuous, it's mean. Always the guilt, Momoko. Because I see that wicked glint in your eyes. I know when you were up to something, Momoko. I have no idea what you're talking about, Seiji. She has that look on her face. This is like the time when she convinced Ayumi to put mud in the microwave and bake it. If you heat it just right, it will taste like chocolate, she said on that fateful day. Needless to say, it didn't taste like chocolate. And all of us got into trouble when Ayumi's mother came home. Well, whatever it is. I don't want any part of. Before I can react, she's right up in my face. A minute or two passes with her just staring at me. Her eyes are watering. But it was going to be really fun, Seiji. You shouldn't accuse me of planning such evil things. You could break a girl's heart. She begins to sniffle. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. She immediately stops as soon as I said that. I knew I could count on you, Seiji. We must hurry before she gets back. Before who gets back? Besides, I didn't agree to do anything. So this really is a nefarious plot. The terrible witch of the Eastern Castle, of course. The terrible witch of the Eastern Castle? It's like that silly game of pretend we used to play? And the person Momoko always forced to be the terrible witch was. Forget it, I'm not helping you to plot the downfall of Seiji, don't say things like that. You're hurting me so much. She begins to wail like a spoiled child who hasn't gotten her way. I'm glad we chose a beach further away from other people today. This would be really embarrassing. It's not going to work if I know you're just plucking at my heartstrings. Oh, Seiji, you're such a good boy. You can't resist when someone else is in distress. That's one of my favorite things about you. It's especially one of her favorite things when she wants me to plot to with her to get back at Ayumi. Not today, not today. Fine. I'll have to simply come up with a new solution. What were you planning in the first place? You were going to dig... you were going to dig a nice big hole in the beach. I like digging holes. Now I wonder how many ways she could use a hole to incapacitate Ayumi. Bury her up to her neck, lure her into a pit trap. You still aren't admitting anything, are you? Admitting to what, Seiji? I have no idea what you could possibly be talking about. If there is one thing she's good at, it's keeping up a charade long after it's fallen to pieces. I'll find some way to dig the hole of my dreams. After all, we can achieve anything if we never give up. If you say so. Now that I think about it, where did Ayumi go? She's still playing in another part of the beach. She needs some time alone. Which means it's just you and me here, Seiji. I see. As she looks around, she seems to grow melancholy? Seiji, would you mind if I asked you a question? Why did you ask me how I felt about you the other day? Momoko thinks that's unusual too. I was just wondering. It's nothing to worry about, okay? Is that so? I can hear the wind whistling across the sands. This isn't like Momoko, she's normally loud and energetic. But right now, it's as if I'm looking at another person entirely. Hey, why are you acting like that? There's no need to worry about me, okay? I'm fine. You said that you didn't mean to hurt my feelings. But I didn't. You were shedding crocodile tears anyway. I was just thinking about it. You'd never mean to hurt anyone. You never have and you never will. I can say this for sure. But have you ever thought about how your actions affect others? What about my actions? I can't think of anything I've done which was to hurt anyone. This is what you need to think about, Seiji. One thing people don't realize is that what they do unintentionally can be the most hurtful things of all. Yet no one can ever fault them on it because it was never their intention. What is she talking about? How does it relate to me? Is this about what we talked about before? Maybe... Well, I guess I have had some problems at home. Nothing too major, of course. It bothers me a little bit, that's all. I can tell her about the letter. I don't want to talk about it with anyone just yet. What I need is time to work it all out. I already knew that. You can't hide when you're troubled, silly Seiji. It's written all over your adorable face. Yet you still don't want to whisper a word about it, do you? Whisper a word about what? Really, everything's fine, Momoko. I have to stop talking about this. It's only going to get worse if this keeps going. I turn towards the beach and start walking off. Anyway, how about we... She's holding me by the wrist. It's not her usual iron grip either. It's very delicate, very gentle. Momoko? Don't think I'm going to let you get away this time, silly. You're going to tell me everything right now. Her smile is far more gentle than I've ever seen it before. It's okay. You know you can tell me anything. I find that I lose my voice there for a moment. I look at her now. She just looks so cute. Even though she usually acts so immature. There's something undeniably womanly about her aura right now. I wonder what she'll look like when she's a grown woman. Oh, I'm going to blush. I've got these I have to get these impure thoughts out of my head. She said we are special friends, but nothing more than that. I look away from her, shaking my head until I feel the heat rushing into my head dissipate. That's better. If I'm going to talk to her about this, I need a clear head. Okay, we can... Why? How very inconvenient. Why does this keep happening when I look away? A pair of hands have slipped under Momoko's swimsuit. Her face becomes bright red with embarrassment. No! Who is doing this? Get your hands off me, you pervert! As I look around her to see who is attacking her, Ayumi grins cheerily at me. Oh dear, it looks like my hands have accidentally slipped under her top. This is extremely clumsy of me. Please let me apologize, Seiji. She begins to caress the skin underneath it. Actually, caress would imply it was a soft touch. What she's actually doing is kneading it. Really rolling it around in her hands with all the care in the world. It's not often that I see Momoko's demeanor break. No, not here. Stop it. She struggles but only makes Ayumi hold on tighter. Don't look, Seiji. My purity has been defiled. You know, Momoko, I think you've grown quite a bit. They're much larger than last time I felt them. The last time she felt them? What have these two been doing when I wasn't looking? Yes, Seiji? Is something wrong? Is there something going on between the two of you that I should know? Not at all. She grins at me and continues to squeeze even harder. Each time makes Momoko yelp. I feel something trickling out of my nose. Oh my Seiji, is that a nosebleed? You really do get embarrassed sometimes, don't you? This isn't like Ayumi at all. She's normally a lot more reserved than this. What has made her act this way? Seiji, you are looking at me with a pervert's eyes. I don't know if I'll ever be able to face you again. So stop looking, Seiji. Ah! She continues to squeal as Ayumi continues her relentless assault. Ayumi, stop it. Stop. Help me, Seiji. Help me defeat the terrible witch. Ayumi's grin disappears and her hands clamp down. Who are you calling a terrible witch, Momoko? No, stop it. Seiji, your princess needs help. Save me. Don't bring him into this. It's no good. I'm going to fade if I keep watching. That's enough, okay? Was? It's the afternoon by the time we head back to the hotel. Oh, this was our last day here, wasn't it? Wait, you're right. Has it really been a week already? I hardly noticed the time pass. It really has. The trip has been so much fun. We've spent so much time together. I guess it's been fun enough. Even with this fool around, we've managed to have some fun. Time really flies when you're having fun. Yeah, I'm glad you both came with me. I haven't been here in years, let alone with friends. I'm kind of disappointed that they only thought of me as a friend, though. I've also managed to avoid telling them about the letter and my mother. Not to mention my reason for being so quiet lately. Overall, I think this trip is going to end very well. Is there anything you two want to do before we head home? Anything you like? I want to talk about what's been bothering you. Are we really going to bring this up again now? About that, Seiji. You're still avoiding the question. We've gone through this whole week, but you still haven't given us an answer. Why won't you open up? That's all we want you to do. Alright, fine. Something has been bothering me, I admit it. But why do we have to talk about it now? This is for your sake, Seiji. I think I already have an idea of what could be bothering you so much. I remember a few months ago when you came to school, that's when I saw that look on your face. That lifeless, empty look. I saw it too. We both ate breakfast with you on that day and you were fine then. But you were late, and you came back with that look on your face. What happened, Seiji? Where have you been this entire time? I've had enough of this. Look, we were supposed to have a fun trip, right? So we shouldn't worry about other things until we get back. But when will you make time for us? Momoko's actually angry. She's not playing around like she usually does. When will you stop hiding in your room and burying your nose in those books? When, Seiji, when will you come back to us? I will make time for you both after exams are over, okay? Didn't you listen to me when we spoke about this? You aren't going to make time for us, are you? It's just going to be the next exam, and the next exam after that, and the one after that. This isn't you, Seiji. Just tell us what's wrong, please. Why won't you believe me? I said we would, so why wouldn't we? Seiji. Silly Seiji. Both of them look really depressed. I wish that I understood you, but you won't let me understand you. That broken boy I knew so many years ago, when did he wander back into our lives? I've had enough of this. We can talk about this when we get home tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it while we're here, okay? Both of them don't say anything more. They quietly leave the room and close the bedroom door. I hear the distinct click of it locking. Did I really do the right thing here? Is it their business what happens in my life? I'll deal with my problems on my own terms. For now, the best thing I can do is just keep some distance away from them and hope things settle down. This doesn't feel like all of those other times we've had arguments, though. It feels not right. Not right at all. Have I gone too far this time? So much has happened this week. It's hard to believe that we are going home tomorrow. I'm exhausted, really. Not to mention nursing quite a few bruises for Momoko and Ayumi. I'm amazed that I'm still alive, all things considered. They haven't left the room yet, unfortunately. Normally they'd be keen for dinner, yet no matter how much I knock, there's no response. The more they hide in there, the worse my anxiety gets. Have I finally upset them enough to completely drive them away from me? Is this going to be the end of our long friendship? Perhaps this is a fitting end. It's not as if I really fit in with the two most popular girls at school. My only distinguishing characteristics is that I'm exceedingly average. Yet those two, they're on another level completely when compared to me. Momoko can ace any sport she tries to. Ayumi can practically memorize a textbook with only a single read-through. Yet I struggle for any kind of achievement at all. Despite all that, they never look down on me. All of the guys they regularly reject are amazing at what they do. So why me? That's what I can't work out after all these years. Despite all of the people they have met, all of the people they talk to, all of the proposals they get, I'm still the one guy after all of this time that they're friends with. Why? There's nothing about me that's even remotely special. Just, I need to calm down. Perhaps everything's fine. Perhaps I'm just overthinking all of this. Maybe I've calmed down by now. I've knocked on their bedroom door once or twice. Might as well give it another try. Come on, you two, you've been in there for hours. I know that you've probably eaten all of the snacks by now. Dead silence in response. I tried the door handle only to find that it's still locked. Fine then, I'm cooking dinner now, so it will be waiting for you when you get out. I'm too tired to really cook anything decent. I just throw whatever into a frying pan and hoping it will turn out right. Momoko says that is her favorite cooking technique, which really illustrates how bad she's at it. I hear that bedroom door creaking. Ayumi walks out. She doesn't seem quite like herself. You two really had me worried. Wait, where's Momoko? The door behind Ayumi closes. I can hear the lock turn. Listen, Seiji. I'm going out for a walk. A walk at this hour? Why? This doesn't sound right at all. Seiji, you have built a wall around yourself. Unless I do something like this. She seems to be really nervous about it. She's hardly able to stop herself from shaking. We agreed that I had to be the one to do it. To find out what's really in your heart, Seiji. My heart? I should have known this wasn't going to end. I'll be going somewhere special, you fool. That is the only hint you're going to get. If you truly know me, then you will know where I'm going. Just talk to me. What's going on? I'll explain everything when you find me, Seiji. If you do find me. With no further fanfare, she walks out of the room, quietly closing the door behind her. Does she actually hate me? What is Ayumi thinking right now? I suppose I kept pushing her away, so she decided to test me. That much I can discern. But why isn't Momoko talking to me? Momoko, I know you're in there. Say something. Not even a whisper comes out from the room. I guess she's not going to help me work this out. Ayumi, what do you really think of me? That's what I was never able to work out. Does she like me? Does she hate me? Should I even go after her? She was expecting me to, though. If she hated me, then why would she ask me to find her? I wish I understood her better. I've known her for as long as I can remember, yet somehow. Perhaps I don't truly know her feelings. She rejected me. She rejected so many people at school, nor has she ever had another guy as a friend. But why is that so? What about me so special? Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? I've got to clear my head and think this through. She hasn't been here before. There's only so many places that she'd know of. It wouldn't be at the beach. The pool would be closed at this hour. The park, no, she wouldn't go there. Where's the special place she talked about? Where could it be? Wait, somewhere special? Could you be talking about... Of course, it has to be there. Where else could it be? An extremely special place under the stars. Ayumi, just what is it that you wanted to tell me this whole time? I really am a fool. I can't work it out. Please wait for me. I'm here. This is one of the most special places to me in the entire world. The place where I looked towards the heavens. The place where I looked for an answer somewhere above me. Never before have I seen it look this beautiful, though. The stars are even clearer than they've ever been before, twinkling with cold light. It's as if a box filled with diamonds has been spilled across the sky. Fireflies dance lazily in the warm summer air. A dignified-looking person looks up at the infinite cosmos before her. I knew you'd find me, you fool. So you really do understand me. She seems lonely. Why have you been isolating yourself, Seiji? When you were at school, it was as if you were avoiding us. Do you no longer want to be around me? Is that it, Seiji? Are those tears forming in the corners of her eyes? Do you hate me? Is that why you have been avoiding me? If you don't want to be around me anymore, I understand, Seiji. I'm always so mean to you, always so condescending, always so... She's barely able to continue. That's the reason why you don't want to talk to me, isn't it? Because you... No, I don't hate you, Ayumi. How could I possibly hate you? Then why won't you talk to me? Seiji, please. If you care about me, you'll tell me the truth. I can't back out of this. She's going to break down in front of me if I try to avoid the question. I'll tell you the truth. I owe you that, Ayumi. On that day when you were eating breakfast and you two had left, I found an unmarked letter in the mail. Unmarked letter? It's her, right? Yes, it was my mother. She said she wanted to see how I was doing. The truth is that I wanted to make myself seem like it was better than I really am. Deep down, I know that it's really spite. Whenever I hear anything from her or about her, I guess I go back to how I was. All those long forgotten feelings, they're still buried in me somewhere. I can't be a good person. She's my mother and she still loves me, but I can't forgive that she left me behind. When it comes to the surface, all I want to do is be left alone. So I studied. I didn't stop studying. I wanted to have some validation, some proof to myself that I'm really worth something. So I can prove to her that I was worth having me in her life. I'm still that lost child I was all of those years ago, desperate for someone to recognize my existence. And it makes me ashamed of myself. I could barely bring myself to face either of you, because I felt like I didn't deserve to be your friend, even though I don't think that I do. Both of you are so amazing, everything you do is amazing. For as long as I've known you both, I've always felt like this. But I wondered where I came into all of this. You two are popular, cute, smart, athletic. Yet I am... I look down at my hands. Well, just look at me. I know what it's like to be abandoned, yet in the end, it seems like I was doing the same thing to both of you. And out of everything I just talked about, that is what I'm most ashamed of. Yet I didn't even know what I was doing. The truth is, I feel as if I'm worthless. Ayumi looks at me with sad eyes. So it was never me, it was you. You ran away because you felt like you were worthless and shouldn't be around me. How could you think that, Seiji? How could you believe yourself to be worthless? Ayumi's gentleness is showing through now. All of her pretense is gone. Because You need to know how I really feel. How you really feel? Seiji, what I need you to know, You need to know how I really feel about you. How she really feels? Does she mean that she doesn't really view me as a fool? Seiji, I love you. I have loved you since the day I've met you. You love me? How did I not notice? But how could you love someone as pathetic as me? I don't understand. I thought you always viewed me as a fool. You don't truly see yourself, Seiji. Your awkwardness, your smile, How you can simply keep going despite what happens. All of these things makes you who you are. And I love you for who you are. As much as I called you a fool, it was because I was scared. I couldn't show my feelings as easily as Momoko did. Whenever I thought about it, my head just filled with noise. But you never saw that. I could never blame you for not noticing, though. You would never hurt anyone intentionally. You were just somewhere else. Perhaps it is how you have managed to find your way. I spent my days hoping that you'd finally come around. Finally break free from that endless dream of yours. Acted haughty and pretended that I was a mature woman. But in the end, I could never do the mature thing and simply tell you what I wanted you to hear. If you were worthless like you said, why does my heart beat like this whenever I'm near you? Now we're here, and I never knew what was in your heart. I know there's yet more that's locked away in there, though. But is there love? That's what I want to know more than anything else. Afterwards, she looks exhausted. I finally told you how I really feel. Do you feel the same way about me, Seiji? Will you accept my feelings? I never would have guessed that's what she really felt about me. It was an act. She just didn't know how to tell me how she felt. That sweet, wonderful girl I know, how could I not be moved by what she's told me tonight? When I asked you how you felt about me, what I really wanted to hear is if you... Somehow I knew that was it. This is why you didn't... this is why you don't have a boyfriend, despite all the people who have confessed to you. I've only ever loved you, Seiji. All of them, not one made me feel the way you do. I'm so happy, Seiji. Slowly, she walks up to me. Awkwardly, she wraps her arms around my chest. I return the gesture, holding her in my arms. We don't have to go anywhere soon, do we? Can we stay here just a little longer? Just us two? Of course we can, Ayumi. We sit down in the cool grass, watching the fireflies dance lazily across the hills. I wonder if this is just a dream. Did I really have the courage to say this? And did that fool actually say yes? He most certainly did, Ayumi. Hada? But this is no dream. I love you, Seiji. I'll tell you that every day for as long as we're together. I love you too, Ayumi. The night passes so slowly as we lie together, watching the stars shine in the sky. This long week is finally over. I wonder how long it will be before I see the ocean again. Ayumi, I have accepted her feelings, but Momoko, will she be fine with this? What is going to happen when she finds out about my decision? After all, I think I've come to terms with my own insecurities, even if it's just a little bit. I don't have to be anything special, I just have to be myself. That's why she loves me for who I am. I'm going to have to meet my mother eventually. That's not something I can avoid, but I don't have to prove anything to her. I think it would be enough for her to know that her son is happy and doing well. Somehow, I think it would be a good idea if I didn't tell her about my unusual arrangement with those two. Both of them went out by themselves looking at the ocean one last time. In a mere span of a week, all three of us have made memories together that will last us a lifetime. I'm never going to forget that confession. Nor will I ever forget these feelings I hold in my heart. I can't say for sure if that's love, but whatever it is, I know how to fight it. Most importantly, I've learned that running away or trying to escape isn't the answer. There, I'm done packing. They should be home soon. Well, at least I hope they will be. I don't think with all the unmentionables they have left scattered around in their room, it would be proper for a guy to do anything in there. They really do want to make it hard for me, don't they? Speaking of the devil, I hear the door opening. Ayumi is the first one to greet me. Good morning, Seiji. Good morning, Ayumi. I still can't believe it happened, you know? I'm really... Before she can finish, Momoko pops out from behind her. Good morning, Seiji. Momoko. I look back to Ayumi. Well... It's okay, Seiji. I know you felt a little bit different about Ayumi than you did about me, but it doesn't mean I'm going to quit. Quit? Wait a minute. That's right, Seiji. The way Ayumi feels is the way I feel too. We've both felt that way for years. She's right, we agreed a long time ago that we've both get a chance. So even though you've got a girlfriend, doesn't mean I'm going to give up on you, Seiji. I'll make you so happy that you'll accept me as your girlfriend as well. But I already told Ayumi that polygamy is illegal. Well, why let something as silly as the law get in the way of true love? After all, Seiji, it's a wide world out there. It's common practice in some countries for men to have multiple wives. So we're not worried about it, Seiji. We aren't living in those countries, though. It doesn't matter, I love you, Seiji. And nothing will stop me until you return my love. Just because he's your boyfriend doesn't mean you have the monopoly. I'll have him charmed before you know it. Good luck, Momoko. I'm sure he prefers a mature woman like me. Once again, they're making declarations without asking what I think about it first. I'm sure he'll love to see your collection of stuffed toys and video games that you hide in your room, Ayumi. Don't talk about that. The two of them start arguing like they always do. I can't help but laugh to myself a bit. Even though Ayumi's not my girlfriend, I wonder how much life will actually change. Momoko's tireless. I know she won't stop until I fall in love with her too. This is my life now, with those two wonderful girls I met during my childhood. In all of its loud glory. Okay, Leute, Teil 11. Oh, und ich hab's geschafft. Oh mein Gott. Thank you for reading. Oh Mann. Okay, kleines Review von dem Spiel. Also, wir haben hier auf jeden Fall ein paar Elemente, die zu den klassischen Storytelling-Tropes gehören, die man aus japanischer Romantik und japanischen romantischen Geschichten so kennt, wie zum Beispiel die Kindheitsfreunde und so weiter, ne? The First Love und so weiter, worauf sich die Menschen sehr oft beziehen, weil deren Alltag ja stark von Arbeit und Schule und so weiter geprägt ist und daher die tatsächliche Freizeit und so weiter eben in der Kindheit vor der Schule oft oder fast nur dort stattfindet, weswegen sie sich dann darauf quasi zurückbeziehen müssen. Und das ist so eine Sache, die da öfter vorkommt. Gleichzeitig dann natürlich diese Harem-Situation mit den zwei Mädels. Wir hatten uns jetzt in diesem Spielverlauf, ihr könnt euch auch andere Let's Plays ansehen, für eins von beiden entschieden, aber es gibt auch das Harem-Ending, wo man quasi beide romanced und es gibt tatsächlich einen zweiten Teil von Sakura Beach. Das werde ich mir mal nicht antun. Schlicht und einfach, weil da noch ein drittes Mädel dazukommt und ich habe da echt überhaupt keinen Bock drauf. Egal was da passiert, ist mir so egal. Und ja, ich danke allen fürs Zusehen. Und an sich hatte ich eher erwartet, dass das Spiel irgendwie ein bisschen alberner noch wäre. Also es war ja stückweise echt super duper kindisch. Aber dann ist es dann doch irgendwie relativ ernst und relativ erwachsen geworden, hat aber auf jeden Fall das nicht wirklich zu Ende gedacht, wie es denn funktionieren möchte. Also, ja, an sich aber nicht so schlecht, wie ich erwartet hatte, obwohl es dann doch ganz schön anstrengend ist, sich da auf diese Art durchzulesen oder durchzuklicken. Also die Sakura Games auf jeden Fall als Visual Novel vielleicht nicht unbedingt die besten Games vom Anspruch her, aber zumindest vom Preis-Leistungs- oder Preis-Mengen-Verhältnis gar nicht schlecht. Ich denke, so viel kann man dazu sagen. Okay, Leute, danke fürs Zusehen. Ich bin der 4K. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ciao.